Hello there everybody, this is Grant Wilson, it's the Collector 75 and welcome to, I think it's about my second official Gobots review. I did do like a knockoff DX9 cycle thing, but these are proper old school Gobots, and yeah, I think it's M's fault from Transformers and video games mainly, because he just seems to be getting a lot lately. And I actually remembered it's one of those memories you sort of have and then you forget. And I actually remember that I did have a few Gobots when I was little, and I don't think I got them before Transformers. I still think Sourdough was my first one, but obviously they were a lot cheaper than Transformers. So when I got my little bit of pocket money or whatever, you know, I'd say a Transformer was like $8.99, $10.99, and my Gobot was like about $2.99. And maybe I didn't like the old mini bots, I couldn't see them, but you know, obviously Gobots had lots of different shapes and whatever. So I probably just went for them because I'm sure I had the little Jeep fellow. I had one called Twin Spin. I remember that now. I'm trying to get that one off eBay, but I can't seem to find it anyway. Not with all complete and everything. And I had a little Blackbird dude, you know, that looks like Jetfire out of Revenge of the Fallen. I had that one, definitely had that one. I can't remember if I bought them, I might have swapped them, I don't know, I'm not too sure. But anyway, but that leads me on to this video and these two Gobots in particular. Now then, I do remember having this one when I was a kid. This one never had, but I thought I sort of may have did, but I had a weird one, and I can't think what it was now, so it definitely wasn't this one. But I definitely had this. Now, I don't know where I got him from. But anyway, let's take a look at him. This is called Scorp, I believe. I'm just going to bring it up. I'm just going to refocus my camera because otherwise it goes a bit funny. There we go. So this is Scorp. And he's a scorpion of sorts. Now, unfortunately, he is very loose. He's a bit chrome worn. I got him off eBay a few weeks ago. And it did say that in the auction, so I knew about that. But I've tightened up some of the joints. Tightened up these ones where the little red bits are on this ball joint here, because they were ball joints, which is pretty cool. But the legs, I didn't have so much luck tightening them up. This is why I'm holding them in position. As you can see, they're a bit floppy. But there's not much you can do about that, unfortunately. The white stuff you can see here, that is actually, I think, the fumes off the super glue that I used to try and build up the joints to get them a little bit tighter. I probably should have used nail varnish or whatever, but it just wipes off, so I'll get something to clean that off soon. But anyway, he's quite a cool little scorpion. He's got tank treads going for him here. I definitely do remember having this one as a kid, but I just cannot remember if I bought it or whatever, or wherever I got it from. I have no idea. Maybe my brother bought it, I don't know, and then I just sort of stole it off him or something. I'm not totally sure, but either way, it is a cool looking scorpion slash, not exactly sure what it is. Looks like something out of the old Cybertron line, because he's got like the pincers going for him here, and he's got tank treads as well, which is kind of cool. He's got this little tail. It does sort of move up and down, and this bit does move, so you can hide it, but not really for robot mode. You need it fully extended for robot mode, pretty much like this mode, so it's a bit odd, that one. But you know, saying that, he's all right. Now then, we're going to transform him. He's got a fairly simple transformation. We're just going to bring these bits down. These are actually die-cast metal, which makes it even harder to try and... as you can see, this is where I tried to put the super glue in these joints, just in there. It worked to a degree. It's still fairly loose, but what I needed it to do, really, was build up so when he's in robot mode, the legs actually hold in place in these joints here. As you can see, then we fold that down. It's still very, very loose, as you can see. But they're going to bring these down, and then we're going to try and prop him up without him falling over. I don't know if it's going to work or not, but there we go. That's a lot better. Let's just zoom in on him there. There he is. Yeah, so there he is in robot mode. Actually, let's zoom in a little bit closer. There he is. And I love the little face. I love these little scorpion pincers. If I move him, this leg's going to bloody fold down. But he's just a really cool little toy. I actually really like him. There you go. As you can see, he just fell down on his own there without me doing anything. So we're going to sort of pop him over to the back here. Hopefully we'll extend that leg a little bit further, and then he'll stand up nicely over it now, sort of. And then move on to the more better version, better one anyway. This is Vamp. I got this one off eBay a few weeks ago for the princely sum of £6. And if I'm honest, I actually think it is, I've got a very good deal. The arms here are just ever so slightly loose, but then again, it's a 30-year-old Gobot, so you can't really complain. A little bit dusty, I should have cleaned it up really. But here he is in whatever mode you want to call this. It could be a spaceship, he's got wheels, it could be a car. It's a very strange looking mode, if you ask me. It's a bit odd. But it's the heft of this guy. Now, if you can imagine this guy was a basic, this would have been a deluxe or something, because all of this is die-cast metal here. And I love the little red cockpit. That is cool. I love it. Yeah, and he's got a very simple transformation as well. We're going to take him to it now. Just going to fold these bits down here. These are going to fold into there, and they do click into place with a nice sass. Well, they don't click, but they do hold in place. Then we'll fold his little feet down. He's got a very odd looking feet. We'll fold this little bit back. It's on weird, like little double hinge there. Now then, these arms, you fold these bits out here, providing you can get them out. Now I'm assuming, because they've got a hinge here, that you rotate them this way, but then it leaves all these weird gappy parts. So if I do this one and this one, now I thought this actually looks ever so slightly better, but then the arm looks a bit odd. So I think rotating it out and bringing it around does give it a slightly better look. But there is Vamp in robot mode, and if you ask me, it's a very odd robot, and I thought it was some sort of weird vampire, but I think he's supposed to be some sort of like old based on something like 1950s sort of like B-movies space alien or something, because he's got these weird little antenna, he's got the weird webbed feet that you might have seen or something like that, or the creature from the Black Bloody Lagoon, I don't know. But he's really cool. He stands really well. The joints for what he is, he's really tight. And I'm getting him for £6. I had to pay a bit of postage, obviously, about £3. So it's about a tenner all in. I actually thought it was a really good deal, especially when you get other people on eBay trying to sell them for like £30 or something. Oh, just, nah. Some of the prices on these Gobots are absolutely ridiculous. At the end of the day, they're nowhere near as good as Transformers, as in transformation-wise and quality-wise, like that. But, I mean, quality of plastic and everything, you think this is 30 years old. This isn't breaking anytime soon or deteriorating or nothing. But I really like it. It's a good centerpiece. I want to get two more. There's another two I've seen, Pincher and Creeper, but I just can't see them for a price I want to pay at the minute. I could get them from America, but it's paying all the shipping fees over here, and then no more luck, I'll get bloody hit with customs. So I'll probably give them a miss. Anyway, let's have a little size comparison between him and them. As you can see, he's at least twice the size of Scorp over there, but he still looks pretty cool. Yeah, I really like it. Not a bad little one if you can find it. I think they're both renegades as far as I know. Yeah. I could never really work out what it was with Gobots, why they weren't popular. I think it's because Transformers had a number of things going for it. I think they had obviously the faction symbols, that helped a lot. The boxes were a lot better, and they had detailed explanations of each character, whereas these sort of didn't really, and the cartoon was a load of old rubbish, from what I remember anyway. But there we go. Anyway, right, this has been Graham, the Collector 75. I hope you like this little review, and I shall see you all next time. Bye for now.